Take a listen.
The main thing that I really want people to know is that they shouldn't focus exclusively on this $1,200, so-called stimulus check, because frankly, that's just a one-time payment, and that's not going to tide over most folks. So I'm really emphasizing to individuals, certainly in the DMV area, but all across the country, that there are many other sources of cash, I'm calling it kind of coronavirus cash, that they can tap into, starting with things like unemployment pay, if they've been left jobless or if they have reduced work hours, et cetera, and even, of course, sick pay if they have been affected by the coronavirus in terms of getting sick, being off because they're taking care of somebody else in their household is sick, if they've been quarantined, or even if they have a child at home that they're taking care of.
We do know a lot of people are trying to stretch their money at a time right now, but one thing that doesn't change in your budget is groceries and food. You have to eat. What is your suggestion in terms of kind of making ends meet on that regard?
Well, unfortunately, we've seen food bank lines, again, all across the country where a lot of folks simply can't afford to put food on the table. And so one of the things that I think a lot of Americans don't realize is that packed into the $2 trillion stimulus package was about $1 billion worth of food and nutrition support. So we're seeing essentially that a lot of people who previously would not have been considered low income or would not have qualified for food support, by prior definitions, are now eligible. So certainly anybody who already had a child who was getting free or reduced meals at school, they would qualify for free food support. Older Americans, they're doing a lot more with Meals on Wheels and programs like that. So I encourage anybody who needs it to, in fact, tap into it. The Department of HHS, Health and Human Services, can direct folks to local agencies in their area that can provide free food, essentially. And that's a big thing because, the average family of four spends about $1,000 a month on food. So that's about $250 per person. Even if you're a single person and you can get some free food, that'll knock out, save you $250 a month.
Well, there is a lot to unpack when it comes to your finances during these trying times. In about 20 minutes, Lynette will join us again to discuss whether you should put off those big ticket items that you might have had in the works before the pandemic hit. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News here at noon, a Virginia diner accustomed to being packed with people is now filled with food and supplies. Meet the man behind all of it coming up next.
I was hurt bad, out of work.
And I didn't want to trust the insurance company.
When you're injured, there's one thing you should do. Tell them you mean business. Call the Mike Slocum Law Firm on the Hurt Line right now.
I'm Alfonso, and there's more to me than HIV. There's my career, my cause, my choir. I'm a work in progress. So much goes into who I am. HIV medicine is one part of it.
Prescription Dovato is for adults who are starting HIV-1 treatment and who aren't resistant to either of the medicines dolutegravir or lamivudine. Dovato has 2 medicines in 1 pill to help you reach and then stay undetectable, so your HIV can be controlled with fewer medicines while taking Dovato. You can take Dovato any time of day, with food or without. Don't take Dovato if you're allergic to any of its ingredients or if you take the Fetolide. If you have hepatitis B, it can change during treatment with Dovato and become harder to treat. Your hepatitis B may get worse or become life-threatening if you stop taking Dovato. So do not stop Dovato without talking to your doctor. Serious side effects can occur, including allergic reactions, liver problems, and liver failure. Life-threatening side effects include lactic acid buildup and severe liver problems. If you have a rash and other symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Dovato and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis B or C. One of the ingredients in Dovato may harm your unborn baby. Your doctor may prescribe a different medicine than Dovato. Your doctor should do a pregnancy test before starting Dovato. Use effective birth control while taking Dovato. The most common side effects are headache, diarrhea, nausea, trouble sleeping, and tiredness.
So much goes into who I am and hope to be. Ask your doctor if starting HIV treatment with Dovato is right for you.
Your child is born with a birth injury and you're devastated. You start asking questions at the hospital.
What happened? Could this have been prevented?
You need a lawyer.
And when you need a lawyer, you have a lawyer. Call 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com.
After a serious injury, get your life back to the way it was before the accident.
They put my life back in order.
The Mike Slocum Law Firm.
Tell them you mean business. Call the Mike Slocum Law Firm on the Hurt Line right now.
Restaurants have been hit hard by the coronavirus shutdowns, but there is one in Fairfax County that's still serving food, and they're doing it for free. Kristen Powers is in Fairfax to explain how it's possible.